In this tutorial, we'll be demonstrating 2 ways to use knit fabric to conceal a zipper and a collared top. This can be done for either a full-length jacket or a quarter or half-zip top. Applicable Greenstyle patterns include the Lumia, Pacific Pullover, Sundance, or any hacked zipper installs. For this example, I'm installing a half zipper into the Sundance jacket. The same rules for concealing a half zipper apply for a full zipper. Supplies needed include your jacket, the zipper, and coordinating strips of knit fabric. Additionally, you'll need wonder tape, pins, or clips. I recommend that your knit fabrics for the collar lining and zipper match. The first step is to place your longer knit fabric strip along the inner collar that will later finish the collar. The strip of fabric will be 1.5 inches wide and the length of the inner collar edge. If your fabric is very stretchy, interface the wrong side of the fabric. Fold fabric wrong sides together along the length of your piece. Stretching slightly, pin the piece, raw edges aligned, along the right side of your inner collar piece. Sew using a serger or a stretch stitch with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Once the knit piece for your collar finishes on, it's time to install your zipper. Do so according to pattern instructions. Once your zipper is on with one pass, it's time to start encasing your zipper. There are 2 methods, both will begin the same way. You'll need 2 strips of knit the length of the zipper. Start longer, you can always cut it shorter. Depending on how you intend to conceal it and the thickness of your fabric, the strip will be 1.25 to 1.5 inches wide. If your fabric is very stretchy, interface the wrong side of the fabric. With the jacket inside out, place the fabric strip right side down, aligning the raw edge of the fabric to the edge of the zipper tape. Ensure the fabric strip covers the seam or the bodice attaches to the collar. If the jacket has a waistband, the fabric will cover the bottom seam as well. Stretching the knit strip as little as possible, sew on top of your first line of stitching using a 3.5 stitch length. Sew the entire length of the zipper. Repeat on the other side. At this point, you need to decide which of the 2 methods you'll use. The first method will be the fold-over method. You'll be folding the knit strip fabric twice down the length of the piece and sewing along the edge, attaching the knit strip to the bodice. Place wonder tape along the right side edge of your fabric. With wonder tape in place, fold the fabric once, lining the raw edge of your strip to your stitch line. Fold the strip again to secure the wonder tape to the inside of your knit strip. You will then flip the collar to the correct side and sew along the length of your folded knit strip, 1/8 inch from the edge. The second method is a wrap and roll. For this method, you'll wrap the fabric, aligning the raw edge of your knit strip to the stitch line where the zipper meets the bodice. You'll then fold the enclosed zipper over the tucked fabric and sew along the edge. Place the wonder tape along the wrong side of the edge of the knit strip. Wrap the strip around the edge of the zipper tape, aligning it to the stitch line. Press the wonder tape to the wrong side of the zipper. Fold the encased portion of the zipper down to the bodice and clip in place. Put the collar right side out and the raw end will be concealed. Before securing the encased strip to the bodice, with the jacket wrong side up, measure how far from the zipper teeth you want to sew in order to catch the knit strip. Turn the jacket right side up, starting at the top of one collar, top stitch down the length of the zipper, and repeat on the other side. I suggest slightly stretching the bodice the opposite direction you're sewing to avoid waves in the fabric. If sewing a half zip, sew down one edge, across the zipper, and back up the other side. Now that both methods are done, you can see the differences the options create. The wrap and roll method allows you to sew closer to the zipper and ensures that you'll be sewing on the zipper tape, thus you'll have a stable surface to stitch on. The fold-over method is easier to set up, but tends to shift during stitching. It may help to interface your knit strip. The final step will be to sew down your inner collar, covering your seam line of the collar to the bodice. Use wander tape and pins to hold the fabric in place as you top stitch. Sew using a 3.5 to 4 stitch length. If sewing a quarter or half zip, finish the end of your zipper with a serger or zigzag stitch. You now have a fully encased zipper and collar with knit fabric.